the time in my life at 28 years old, I find myself unhappy with my life path. What's going on? My name is Cole Connor. I'm an artist and entrepreneur, and I was put here to do two things: create and inspire. Thanks for being here. Let's get into it. A lot of times I dive into new ventures and new adventures, most recently being a real estate agent, with the hopes that this thing will be the thing that fuels my millions of creative ideas that hit me all the time, the only things that really, truly, honestly bring me happiness. Just as often as I have these new ideas and ventures, I'm bombarded with discontent. I just feel unfulfilled. And I don't like the way the cookie crumbles. Call it the journey, call it progress. I know I want to create full time, but I feel constantly stuck in the drudgery business day to day. It's like quicksand building a business that I don't really love. I don't think I'm alone in this, but I've struggled with the solution. I want to throw a couple stats at you. So a Rolling Stone article came out talking about Spotify artists and what they make. I thought it was very interesting. Let's take a look. Divided amongst 2.96 million artists, the average non-top tier Spotify artist earned just over $36 in 1 quarter of 2020. Or $12 per month. $12 per month. Dollar bills, y'all. 12 of them. Stat number 2. 97.5% of YouTubers don't make enough to reach the US poverty line. Now, in a way that makes sense, because a lot of YouTubers, I would say a majority of them, aren't actually really trying to make a career. They just do it as a hobby. Maybe not the majority though. 97.5% don't make enough to hit the poverty line, including myself. And honestly, this is my passion. My passion is creating, is being a creator. So those two things really hit home with me, is that a majority of people don't make it. They don't make enough money to survive doing what they love. I know I'm not alone. Though it is comforting, it's also very sad, and it doesn't make me feel good. I was reading a little bit more about just the creator economy, and with influencers and the YouTubers, the TikTokers, the Viners in the past who have blown up. There's the creator economy is huge, and I'm constantly researching and looking at all these people who have made all this money in all these different ways, and it's really inspiring to see, including myself. I've been able to do it. I haven't quite found the way to feel fulfilled internally yet, but right now the creator economy exists with over 50 million people who consider themselves creators and creators. Pretty cool. That was found at the Influencer Marketing Hub. 46 million out of the 50 million consider themselves amateurs. Swallow that. Really what this tells me is that the dream of being a creative, it's more popular than ever, or being a creative full time, is more popular than ever, and people want to do it, but I just don't think they know how. So after being a real estate agent for a couple months, I really just had a moment where I was like, I'm not happy. Like, this does not make me happy. I do not enjoy it. I do not like it. I almost don't like any part of it. Even the creating content part, I have this whole strategy and things to implement to gain clients, but there was no part of the process that I enjoyed. I don't like to create content for something I don't even care about. What I wanted to do in this video really quickly is just break down, I want to kind of reverse engineer my happiness, and hopefully you can connect with some of this. Let's break it down real quick. What are things that make me happy? And I made a list. I'll read them off. What makes me happy? What do I love? Performing, music, acting, entertaining, even comedy. I like performing for people. It's fun. Family time. Creating, photo, video, writing, design, graphics. I love all that stuff. Receiving positive feedback. You're trying to give me a compliment. It feels good. I can't lie. I love that. Traveling. So fun. Making money. That adrenaline rush when you make $1 yourself is beautiful. Watching movies. Love that. Cuddling. Making love. You know what I'm saying? Building a business. Building something. Food. Pushing myself physically. Learning. Teaching and helping others. So when I had that moment where I was like, I don't really enjoy any of this, I really sat down and I was like, how can I be, like, what can I do that actually makes me happy? Yes, I know I want to be a creative full time, and I want to be a creator. I want to do all these things, but what can I do right now to start building a business like that I'm passionate about, that I can also make money with, that I could build for my entire life. Because right now I'm all over the place. I've been vlogging, I've been becoming a real estate agent, I've been making teaching videos, I've been teaching real estate agents, I've been teaching artists, I've been helping artists, I've been making music. So many things that Cole Connor's done over the past couple of years, but what out of all those things do I actually enjoy and make me happy? So I thought about it a little more. What does my dream life look like? So I believe I have it in my head, you know, a beautiful family. I've always said I wanted the white picket fence as well as the entertainer's career. I love the idea of family, and I love that I'm a hopeless romantic. I love the idea of love and being in love and having a wife and all these things. I want to spend my days building a business that I actually love, that I care about. I write, I podcast, I create, I make videos, I make music. These are what my work days consist of, these things. I go on adventures, I help, I teach. I am overall just creative every day. I get to execute that piece of my mind. I'm okay with doing some business stuff if I gotta do some business stuff. Sometimes it's fun to me. It's fun. I've learned how to be an entrepreneur. I believe that entrepreneurship and creativity are both learned. You can learn how to do it. I just want to make sure that this is on my time, on my schedule. I don't even have to be a millionaire off of this. I just want to be happy. Will not lie though, millionaire would be preferable. And I think that, you know, at the end, or not the end, but after I continue this journey, it would be cool to own some sort of space or, let me see how this looks. Space or coffee shop or a mixture of the two. I think that would be bon appetit. Something that I would really enjoy because I love coffee. I love going to coffee shops, and I love creating and being able to provide that space for other people would be really fulfilling. Since I was 23, I had this idea that no one was going to give an opportunity to me. Nobody was going to really give me a record deal. No one was going to come give me some free scholarship. No one was going to help me truly. I just had to create my own money for me so that I could chase my dreams. And that's when Business Cole was born, when I was 23 and I had that realization. And along the years of Business Cole being born, I realized what doesn't make me happy. And even before that, I did things that I worked jobs. I was like, this does not make me happy at all. Let's look at that. I made a little list as well. Negativity, overindulgence, being gluttonous. I don't like that. It doesn't feel good. I'm particularly thinking about like food, really. Like, it just does not feel good. Struggling to pay bills. That's a real thing. Don't like it. Being in sales. One of the things about being a real estate agent. I used to sell shit at Sam's Club. I hated it. Oh my God, it's terrible. Serving food. I don't enjoy serving food. There were moments that could be enjoyable, but overall, I didn't enjoy it, dude. Delivering pizza. I hated delivering pizza. I worked it. It was fine, but I was dying to get out and just be able to be creative all the time. I was dying. It felt like I was dying, legitimately. Construction work, social media management, outside pressure, pushing, fake conversations, building a business I don't believe in, and even, honestly, sometimes taking videos and photos for people that I don't feel like appreciate my work, or they don't really know what they're doing, or I don't really agree with the vision. Even if they pay me, I'm just kind of like, I don't really like this. But the biggest thing I've learned is it's building a business I don't believe in. After 5 years of running my own real estate marketing company, I realized that running and owning a business takes an incredible amount of time and energy, which is one of the things you go into entrepreneurship to have your own time and be able to spend your energy how you want. But what ends up happening a majority of the time is it's kind of like overwhelming, and it overtakes your life because it's all you can think about. In the beginning, it's all you can think about because you're broke and you're struggling and you're trying to make it work. And then once you become successful, you're building the business, and then now you have a team, and now people depend on you, and it's pretty stressful. It's almost even harder to be creative when you have a job or a business that you run that doesn't even have to do with your creativity, really. Honestly, I really hoped that by 28, I would have this all figured out, that I would have built a business that was able to sustain itself by itself, even if I wasn't that passionate about it, and I could be a creative full time. And I was close, but no cigar. It didn't work out. And I ultimately think, out of all the things that happened over the past year, if you've been following me, the main reason why it didn't work out is because I wasn't really passionate about it. At 27, like I mentioned earlier, over the past couple months, I turned 28 a couple months ago, I decided to become a real estate agent while simultaneously building my real estate marketing business in a new city. I quickly learned that so much of it, and I'm looking down because I do have notes on what I'm saying, because I wanted to be particular with this video, and I wanted to not just ramble. I wanted to, say specific things. So if you've noticed that, that's what I'm doing. I really just quickly learned that being a real estate agent is everything that I hate to do. And I know I said that earlier, but I'm saying it again because it really leads to this moment that I was like, what? Maybe I just need to be a starving artist. So when you have this moment, you have these days, you have ups and downs in any business that you're in, and you're like, do I suck it up? Do I keep pushing through? Do I build myself as a real estate agent and make thousands and make millions when I don't know if it fully connects? At least the type of agent that I was trying to be, I don't know if it really connects with who I am. I don't know if I feel like I'm actually being myself around my peers, my colleagues, my potential clients. I don't feel like they see me. I don't like that. So I guess, like, am I going to spend another 5 years building this up and become a millionaire? And then what? Now I'm a millionaire in real estate, and that's great. I have $1 million, but at that point, my lifestyle is probably dramatically increased, and I got to keep that up. And how am I going to keep that up when everyone knows me as a real estate agent who also does creative stuff? They're just going to keep hiring me to be a real estate agent, and then I spend my whole life being something I don't want to be. Owning a business, it's a lot of time, and that's really what I'm trying to say, is that it's not a 40-hour-a-week thing. If I'm going to be a real estate agent, if I'm going to run my own business, it's going to be 60 to 80 hours a week. And my life is valuable. My time is so valuable. When you're doing a 60, 80 a week job, it consumes your mind. And my mind is my most precious asset. It is precious. It should not be constrained by the walls of business etiquette or surrounded by money motives. I love that. I wrote that down. It should not be constrained by the walls of business etiquette or money motives. My mind deserves to be free every day for the rest of my life. Free. I believe that, and I believe that for everybody. If you are in some position where you're chained down to this job and your mind is constantly thinking about it and you're not passionate about it, you don't like it, get out. It's not okay. We have one life. So I know it makes me happy. I know it doesn't make me happy. I've broken that down. So what does that mean? I've served food. I've done Uber, Lyft. I've been a construction worker. I've been an electrician. I have delivered pizza. I've drop shipped. I've run a 6-figure real estate marketing business. I've become a real estate agent and more. Of course, there were happy moments with each, but as I started to really dive into being an entrepreneur and creating my own business, I became the anti-starving artist. That was my MO. From the jump, really, at 23, it was own your dream. How do you own your dream? You start a business or something along the lines, or you monetize your art, and you own yourself, you own your life. Now, I think along the way, I've lost and found it over the years, but I think going in this real estate world, knowing all the marketing I know, knowing I have so much knowledge in my brain, already have run a 6-figure marketing business, I think I needed to do it, but it was the wrong move. But I needed to do it, so it was the right move. As I started to make money myself, I couldn't understand why someone would stay in one of those mindless jobs. I couldn't understand why so many people make $15 to $20 an hour. Like, why is that okay when you can just do a lot of things yourself and make a lot more money? I mean, I started with nothing. I didn't know anything, and I made a lot more money in an hour than people making 4 or 5 hours. It's crazy. Why do they serve food? Why do they choose to be broke when you can make your own money creating your own business? I didn't get it. I had this pop moment when I was sitting in a coffee shop, and as I was sitting in the coffee shop, that's when it kind of all hit me. I was like, maybe they're doing it so they can, in their way, have their freedom creatively in their mind. Because that's the idea of a starving artist, is you're starving, so you haven't made it yet. And so you're working this job and that barely pays anything. And my mind just started spinning. As I'm sitting there, I'm getting these emails. Clients are texting me, wanting me to do things for them. And I'm like, man, this is great. This is good. I'm building a business some people would be thankful for. They would be so happy. I've built from scratch an entirely other business that's growing at a dramatic rate. That's insane. I love it. In a way, I'm pestered by these clients, and I can't help but just like reflect on how over the last 10 years, I've been able to continue fighting for my dreams while simultaneously starting these other ventures and doing these other things. And I've learned so much how I learned. So it's so valuable. But after, really only like 5.5 years of being an entrepreneur, I'm still stuck. I'm a servant to the demand that I've created for myself. Demand that slowly pushes my mind into this creative darkness. It makes me sad. And as I sat there in the coffee shop, that's when I said, maybe I would rather be a starving artist. Maybe it's not about money at all. Business and capitalism, in my opinion, can suck the soul out of you. It's like all about money. That's what real estate felt like. That's what sales feels like. That's what working at Sam's Club selling Ibbies felt like. It's money. I want money. But we all know that money, truly, it doesn't make you happy. It makes happiness easier, the old joke. But it doesn't make you happy. I get addicted to all these small wins when it comes to money. I love it. I love making a little bit of money. I love it. I can't lie. It's like these little adrenaline shots. It's amazing. It's exhilarating, truly. And I have so much pride in myself from going from that kid delivering pizza to this man now who can go into a whole new city alone and just build it, dude. It's crazy. Okay. So let's go back to the coffee shop. I'm still at the coffee shop. My phone rings. It's my mom. She says, or I let her know that I'm writing an article on being a starving artist. And her initial instinct is to scoff. And I love my mom. This is no disrespect or rudeness to my mom. It's just how she is because she worries about me. And I'm so wishy-washy over the years. I've gone through so many ups and downs. How could you not? You can just hear the worry start to seep through her pores when I tell her that maybe I do want to be a starving artist, and I kind of talk her through how I'm feeling. And then she says,
why do you have to do that to yourself?
That's a great point. Why do you want to do that to yourself? Why do you want to make yourself a starving artist? AKA, and when I say that, I mean just go back and work, $10, $12, $15, $20 an hour jobs, and my time becomes less valuable technically. And so I can just be creatively free. And so that leads me down another path of thought where I'm like, I don't really want you to misconstrue what I'm saying here. And I know I'm talking and I've written these points out because I want you to understand the thought process. I'm not saying you should be or I should be a starving artist. But what I'm saying is that I had to do all this stuff, I think. Once I realized that I can make my own dollar at 23 years old, I had to do all of this stuff. Starting a digital marketing agency when I didn't know shit about digital marketing. Then going into real estate photography and then starting to do real estate video and then starting an entire real estate marketing company that had clients across the Southeast. Then go all the way to LA just to realize that I wasn't ready and my whole business falls apart. And then starting another more niche down real estate photo video business in a new city, then becoming a real estate agent. I had to do all that just to come to the conclusion that it still doesn't make me happy. And it's not about building all these businesses just because I can. I know I can now. I know that I can focus and I can stay committed and I can become a real estate agent. I know I can build a 6-figure business and all this bullshit I don't care about. But now that I know that, I come back to the thought that maybe I should be a starving artist because I'm not happy, because my creativity has been stuck. And what that makes me realize is something that my friend Pat X told me. Shout out to Pat X. I love the dude because he stays creative. He's one of the only people that I know pretty well that I feel like I just connect with him so much. Ever since I met him, I have. And he has taken a little bit of a different route than me. But I knew what he said. I already knew it. But it was really nice to hear him say it. I'm not going to lie. He doesn't even know I'm talking about this. But it was really nice to hear him say it. I told him I was going to call him the other day. I didn't call him. Sorry about that, man. I'm going to call you. But here's what you start to think about. Here's what Pat said. I sent him a text and I was like, yo, real estate's not fun. I don't enjoy it at all. And we went back and forth for a second and he pretty much was like, yeah, I think maybe you've gone a little bit too far. This is what he said. Now your hands are more full and the money to fund it, why you even did it, isn't even where you want it. Simplify, bro. Take the same ambition and business mindset and apply it within what you love doing. I love that he said that. Not only is it real, but it's something that I needed to hear, and it's something that I already knew, but it was really nice to hear someone close to me say that. And that's the reality. So even him, he's not telling me to actually be a starving artist. What he's telling me is to use everything I've learned to build all these other businesses about things that I don't care about into the things I do care about. Because the reality is, okay, I could go work $20 an hour at a job, regular job, but I can gain a new client in an hour in a week and make, $80 an hour, $75 an hour, or $300 an hour, just depending on what it is. So being a starving artist actually kind of doesn't really make sense for me at this point, because I have so many skills that I can make money to survive way easier in other ways and then spend the extra time building the thing that I really care about. So with all that being said, I really started thinking just more. I came to the conclusion that I'm not going to put a whole bunch of time and energy into building a business I don't care about anymore. I will do what I have to do to survive. Yeah, I'm running my real estate photo video business, and that's been beautiful because it's kind of moving at its own speed, or not moving at its own speed. How does it make sense? It's growing naturally through word of mouth. So that's great. So I'm in a lucky position to try to build the business that I actually care about. That is amazing. But what I'm saying is, if that starts to slow down, if I got to Uber, I got to Uber. I will do what I want, what I have to do to survive in the meantime. And I don't hate it. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not actually in it, so I can't really say I don't hate it because I don't know. But I'm saying I came to the conclusion that I used to be like, I will never Uber again. I will never serve food. I will never, ever, ever, ever do it again. I'm an entrepreneur. But now it's like I will do what I need to do to build the business that I care about, and it's risk, and I accept the risk because I believe in this right here. After a lot of thinking, and I actually took a course which really inspired me to do what I'm about to tell you, and I have never invested in a course before. I've never spent the money on it. I'm not really going to go deep into it or even mention more of it right now. I'll do that at a later time, but it really just put a lot of the pieces together about how I can structure my next venture that I really believe could be a really big thing for me. And I'm super excited about it. So I actually invested some money in a course, and I took it, and I feel really good about the direction of things. After sitting on this concept for about a month or so, I've spent a lot of time developing what's going to be a course, and what it's called is the Creative Survival Guide. Because when I kind of had this breakthrough moment, I was just like, I can't survive without being a creative. Like, I don't really know how to live this life of being a real estate agent. I don't know how to do that and be happy at the same time. Like, it drives me crazy. I hate it. It's like, it feels negative self-talk and negative thoughts in my head constantly. I don't know how to survive like that. But what I do know how to do is survive being the creative that I am. And so I created this thing called the Creative Survival Guide. I have written some stuff on it. So if you see me looking down, this is what I'm doing. What the Creative Survival Guide is a series of courses where I teach artists and creatives how to survive and thrive in this world, using all the things that I've learned. I focus on self-development. I focus on social media. I focus on entrepreneurship. With social media comes marketing. That's been one of the biggest things that's helped me, grow my business in general, was being creative with my marketing. And so I go through design, I go through branding, I go through video creation, content creation, I go to photo creation, I go through it's so much. I go through email marketing. I go through digital ads. I talk about YouTube. I talk about blogging. I talk about how to actually run a business. My goal with this course, once it's all complete, because it's not complete yet, is for someone who is wondering how to take that next step, how to actually start to make their own money. And it doesn't have to be like me. Like I'm a musician. It's really hard to make money as a musician. You can do it. Like it's actually possible. I just really haven't focused properly. Like if I would have been focused how I should have been the past 5 years, maybe things would be different for me as a musician. But I just focused all this time on learning and growing. And now I feel like I could, I mean, the possibilities are endless. It's what you need is money. That's one of the biggest things that you need. Or virality. Oh, I did want to say too, one of the things I go over is breaking down mindset blocks, because that's such a big deal with going onto this entrepreneurship journey. Is there's so many things like this negative self-talk that just, they talk you down off a ledge kind of, and I break down some of that in this course as well. This is for anyone that is a creative. I don't want you to think it's just for musicians. It could be for artists, that's digital artists, that's drawing artists, that's people who make things. It could be, honestly, it could be for a real estate agent. If you're looking to take more of a creative route through your marketing, it could be for a real estate agent. Recording artists, it could be for rappers, it could be for singers, it could be for graphic designers, it could be for coaches themselves. This could be for interior designers, photographers, videographers, especially. I mean, that's been how I've been able to make my living and build a six-figure business, was through a photo video business. So it's for any person that considers them a creative. I've sketched it out to where anybody can, it's for anyone. It's not too specific. I will be making some more specific courses in the future, but for this one, I wanted it to be broad. This is my flagship course. I'm putting a lot of time into it, and it'll be worth every penny, and it's going to bring you a ton of value. So this is what I'm focused on. This is what I'm going to build. It's called the Creative Survival Guide. It's going to be awesome. I'm super pumped about it. Here's where I need you. I'm looking for 2 to 3 beta clients to launch this thing. So one of the things that's different about this course is what you see in a lot of courses online is that you just take the course and it's kind of like you have no accountability. If you have questions, there's not a lot of places to ask these questions, or for the mentor who's teaching the course to answer the questions. One of the things that I'm going to be doing differently is I'm going to mix the course with a one-on-one coaching. The best way to describe it is the main flagship course is going to be one coaching session with me, but it's not going to be in the beginning. It's going to be in the dead center of the course. Once you've got your branding, your marketing, and all that stuff together, your strategy, what you want to do. And then me and you will hop on the phone, or probably a Zoom call, break that down and make sure that you're heading in a direction that makes sense. I'm really excited about that part. Why I want to do this in general, because I have so much knowledge. It's not fulfilling for me to just implement it in other businesses anymore. So one of the things that I love to do, which I put on my list, is to teach. That's what I love to do. I like to help people reach their goals, and I've been doing it for years, but I think I just never... There's a couple things in the course that I took that really clicked about how to market that skill that I never really did before. So yeah, I'm really stoked about it. I'm looking for 2 to 3 beta clients for this. Completely free. I'm going to walk you through a part or the whole program, and I want to see results. I want to see you be able to go from you have this idea and you're not sure how to start it, you're not sure what to do, to launching it and making you some money. So that's what I want to do. If you want to be a part of it, go to creativesurvivalguide.com and join the waitlist. I repeat, creativesurvivalguide.com, join the waitlist. I'll be picking 2 to 3 people to go through the beta program, and then y'all be updated about when the full flagship course is launched. So yeah, that's it. I'm really excited. creativesurvivalguide.com, join the waitlist. My name is Cole Connor. I'm an artist and entrepreneur, and I think this is the beginning of something really special. You're going to start to see a lot more content that you would probably expect from me. I'm not going to be going the real estate route. My main pillars are going to be self-development. I think that's really important for an artist, entrepreneur, a creative in general, entrepreneurship, and social media. Those are my 3 things I'm going to be making a lot of content about. If you like that, you think I can teach you something, if you really rock with me, you like the way I talk and like the way I teach, if you like the art that I make, subscribe to the channel, like, comment, all that BS. And bye, you guys.
Yeah. Every day I wake up with a vision, cooking in the kitchen and cooking in a mission like, yo, shaking up your city with soda in the building and the fishing like, whoa, cold won't stop till they get that gold, cold won't stop till you sing my my song. Auto